Hey, how's it going? And today we are just playing around and we're creating something I call Starry Night Playland or simulation. And this is pretty cool and very easy to do. So actually we got a couple steps to do. But it's kind of a mutation of other videos I've recently done. I'm trying to create like a world. Now for this, we're going to go into simulation, blank simulation, and I'll just leave it called my project 3. And it's just going to take a minute to start up. We're going to have to do a restart for this. I hadn't really honestly explored this world too much, but it's very, very interesting. What's cool about this particular world is it seems like, I don't know what do you call it, the Bonneville Salt Flats. I mean, it's just this never-ending world. So this is something to consider for a game, to build a game or build a world in, because it just goes on and on forever. And interestingly, if we come up to Windows and we go to levels, we see that it's a persistent level, which means it's not streamed in, or there's none of that funny business that starts happening sometimes with streaming. So anyway, to kind of do this, what's interesting is it has a star sky sphere. It's kind of a tongue twister. And then it's got the sun sky, and all the sun sky appears to be is just these components: a skylight, a directional light, and a sky atmosphere. I've already done some tutorials about this, but I'm not even going to mess with anything right now because they'll get reset when I bring in a car. But let's go ahead and bring in a car. So we'll just go to add, and we'll go to feature, and we'll go to vehicle, and we'll add that to the project. And this will require a restart. So if it doesn't prompt you for the add a plugin, you'll have to go up to project settings and project setting or plugins, excuse me, and you go into chaos engine for the vehicle, this one, and then you're gonna have to restart. So we'll do a restart on this, and it just takes a second. And this is a lot of fun, actually. I mean, this world building, I really like this. Okay, so now we have our car in here. So we've got something cool that we can look at, and we just go to blueprint, get a sports car, and just plop that on the scene. So now we got that cool thing in the shot. Then what we can do is just mess with we're just trying to get to the Starry Night part, right? It doesn't look like he's quite on the ground there, right? Is it end? Yeah, end. If you press end, it puts it straight on the ground. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to go to this sun sky thing, and it's just 4 of our well-known components here. And so we'll go to sky atmosphere, and we're just going to turn that off. And then you see how it changes things right there. And these clouds, I don't know if you can appreciate them, but they're just repeating in a tiled pattern. So I don't know how much they add to things. You know, maybe if you can't see them at night, but they're tiled. It's very easy to see they're the same clouds. So anyway, if we don't even want to deal with the clouds, we can do the same thing and turn off the visibility of them. So then there's our starry sky. And then the last thing we need to do is we want to turn off our auto exposure. And it might blow out, so you have to search for exposure. And this might blow out once I do that. Yeah. See how it blew out? Now, forget about the car and all that. This would be a complete like Matrix world. So like if you wanted to create a scene from like the Matrix where it's just this blank, I forget what they call it in the structure or something in the Matrix. What do they call that thing that's just a white blank board there? But anyway, all we have to do to fix that is we go back into which one is it? Our sun sky again, and we go to our directional light and look at what the the lux is. That's way too high, right? So we want to go way low. So if we just type in 0.2, there we go. And then we have this really surreal world. It's really interesting. And you know, I did a tutorial about if I hit G and get rid of the gizmos, but it's just super cool, actually. I mean, this is really interesting. So what you could do, I mean, if you wanted to, is you could just start bringing in some Quixel assets and then just put them in on here, and you have this unlimited ground plane, and then you could actually create a fairly unlimited world to drive around in and stuff like that. And I've shown this in other videos, but if you want to actually get the car going, you just go to the vehicle advanced game mode, and I believe if you hit play, well, that car stays, the pawn stays. But if I click play, off I go. I go out for a spin on a starry night. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Take care. This has a lot of application, and I will talk to you next time.